Господи Иисусе Христе, помилуй меня. Crazy. It's crazy. For this world, you're crazy. For God, just as crazy, but at least forgiven a little bit. At least you beg for mercy all day long, morning to evening. You're not thinking about food or clothing. That's not important to you. You're just a bird flying in the skies. You're just grass in the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven. The fire oven. Everyone dies. Nobody wants to think about their death. And everyone dies alone. Think about that. And that prayer is for you, for yourself. And salvation is for you, for yourself. Why? Because you're selfish. Deep inside, you wouldn't commit suicide, would you? No, never. Why would you want to do that? Your brain won't allow it. Because you're selfish. And you want to save your own soul, don't you? That's why you pray. That's why you should go and learn the Jesus prayer. Or at least learn to pray generally. Learn what it means to pray at all times. All the time. At any place, anywhere. And if you can get that wheel going, the wheel. Господи Иисусе Христе, помилуй меня. 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 That's a wheel. This is some big cactus over there. Man. Wow. Well, Daddy asked to show some big cactuses. Well, there it is. That's pretty big right there. Let's see the proportion. Man, I don't know where to put the camera. Alright, let's check it out. Okay. Here's how big it is. It's pretty big. Comparing to a human, like I'm right here. And it's, yeah, it's big. It's like a tree. And there's a bunch of weird birds here. They make nests in them. That's pretty cool. And I'm kind of lost here. Great. This is what I get when I talk too much. And where I go. Man, you can kind of get lost here, and you can kind of see, I guess. I didn't go that far. Anyway, for all the heathens out there, all the non-believers, безбожники и баптисты. Especially if you're a Baptist, man, what a club, man. Okay, so of all the religions out there, there's some Christian religions who call themselves Christian, but however, they're going against Christianity. They separated themselves from the churches, and they started new clubs 100 years ago, some of them 200 years ago. Baptist was about 100 years ago. It's not that old. Clubs. And they took the name of Jesus. I mean, come on, take somebody else's name, man. Come on. And they don't even preach him. They preach Apostle Paul. Let's face it. That's what they preach. Go to church this Sunday and bitch out your pastor. Tell him, hey, why are you always preaching to us about Apostle Paul? He's a human. He came after Jesus. And you can even tell by, okay, forget about it. Never mind. Just ask him why he's not preaching Jesus. And he's going, open up Corinthians. Open up Ephesians. Today we're going to be reading from Romans chapter 1. Oh, Romans chapter 8. 8. Oh yeah, I like that. Come on, are you ever going to open up the Evangelia? Jesus' words? Mark my words. Go to church and just count how many times they preach about something else and how many times they preach specifically Jesus' words. Specifically Jesus' words. And then you can ask yourself why. And the answer is simple. because they're heathens. They don't respect him. They found somebody else who came in their own name. And they're following him because they don't like Jesus' words. Jesus tells you to sell everything you have and follow him. To be poor. Poor. We don't like that. Nah. We were taught to learn to love money by our mom and dad, grandma, grandpa. And once you leave that, they'll bitch you out. Your own. They'll bitch you out. And as long as you're working, they'll help you out. Oh yeah, they help out each other. As long as you bring your 10% to the church so it can grow and get more disciples for the devil. But once you stop working, oh man, and you're following Jesus. They say, oh no, you're not following Jesus. You're not following Jesus. We are following Jesus. Well, wait a second. Aren't you guys talking about clothing a little bit too much, especially before church? What you're going to be wearing? Aren't you guys arguing about that? And after church, don't you argue about what you're going to eat? And what you're going to drink? Aren't you saying it with your words? And Jesus said, don't even say it. It's at the end of chapter 6, Matthew. Don't even say it. Don't just take thought. Don't say it. How many times do you say it? Who do you serve? Here's some preaching for you. Real desert preaching right there. For those of you who want to listen. For those of you who don't want to listen, don't listen. I mean, whatever. You got your own life. Who am I to tell you anything? Right? Yeah. Here's the scenery. I don't know how this video is going to come out. So long. So hard to post these long videos. Takes forever to upload it. Man. Yeah, this is enough. Okay, that's enough. Alright. Turning off the camera.